My work is driven largely by curiosity, curiosity about the human community, curiosity and engagement with the human community, and a deep belief that in some way, shape, or form, everyone has a story to tell. And not that I'm literally telling stories, but I'm giving a presence to, in the context in which my work is shown, I'm giving a presence to situating these otherwise anonymous individuals within a broader conversation. So for me, the social responsibility, has to do with finding meaning in that, believing that this idea of, through my work, revealing the human community to itself, which is one way that I think about, my work, this kind of revealing of the human community to itself, to create these levels of momentarily sustained engagement with a stranger, to be able to look at a work and to momentarily empathize with someone that you don't know. To me, that's a larger part of the social conversation of trying to find ways for the human community to feel more connected than disconnected. To find ways to make available the experience of individuals that we might not have otherwise, except through the work. And then hopefully the experience that you have through the work then hopefully transfers back out into, the world. It's not the world of the photographs, but the real world. But ultimately, I think, again, the whole social responsibility question goes back to an individual's sense of responsible citizenship. Like, what does it mean to be a citizen? What are the responsibilities of citizenship? And I think we all have to answer those questions differently, but I think that artists are very much a part of that conversation. And I think there have been moments in recent history that have been these kinds of flashpoints that I think demonstrate what happens when artists are not a part of those conversations. The whole culture wars of the 80s, was about the conservative right driving this wedge in between the art community and the larger social community. And I think that with that in mind, I think the art community really needs to reassert the fact that we are not just an art community, but that we are part of the larger social community. And there are all kinds of ways to do that, but I think that we have to believe that it matters, because to the extent that the art community is seen as an isolated community, separate from the larger social community, there ultimately ends up being this kind of disconnect, the sense of, well, why is art important anyway? Why do we even need these people? What do they do that's so special? And I think we need to be a part of the answer to that. What makes our work meaningful in a larger context? What are those contexts that we can create that allows us to situate our work not just in a museum context, but in the larger social context? Or how can we, bring the larger social community, into this context? How can we create a meaningful conversation? And a lot of the work in this exhibition have actually come out of various projects that I've done with museums in different communities around the country. So I try to use my work as a catalyst to create those kinds of engagements between the institutional space and the larger social space.